What's up guys, my name is Andy. In this video, I'm gonna be going after the tailgate latch on my 68 F100. This one here is kind of rusty, it's kind of worn out, and I'm not one to have a color matched one. I want the chrome one, partly to match the bumper, but I don't have the blue right now to paint. I guess I could scuff this up and paint it blue, but I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna replace this whole system. But I'm also noticing there's a couple other worn parts that I'm gonna go after. For example, I've got the bumpers here on both ends are worn out and they're really hard rubber. So I want to replace that. There's also some bumpers up here at the top and the corners. I want to replace those. So I'm going to go after getting these parts freshened up and start to, again, to take care of some of the backside of this tailgate. And this is a simple, easy install. There's only a couple of tools you need. So let's get after it. And before we take this apart, I got a whole bag full of goodies that I bought from LMC Truck to do this replacement. So let me show you what I got. I bought a couple things I don't think I'm gonna end up needing, but the nice thing is they have diagrams on their website to explain all of the parts you need. So here's, of course, the bucket for the latch mechanism itself, and then we've got the latch. Here are those bumpers I was telling you about that go on the either end. Here are the 4 main screws that are gonna hold the front of this, which I'll show you here in a minute. I got a new gasket to go behind that bucket. We might not need this, I'm not sure. This is the part that's holding the handle into the bucket. I might just need to grease up the one that's in there, but I bought an extra set just in case the threads are messed up, so we'll find that out when we take it apart. We got a couple, I think I have, here, these are the riv nuts that are gonna be for these screws. I don't think we're gonna need to replace these. I think the ones that are gonna be in the tailgate are gonna be fine, but I have them just in case. And then here's some of the smaller bumpers that I was saying that goes on the sides up there, and a couple of those, like the washers and stuff like that go on this system in here. So anyways, again, you can get all this stuff through LMC Truck, and their diagrams break down all of the parts. They're all labeled, and then you can go through there and pick out the parts that you need. And because I wanted to make sure I kind of got it all at once, I bought everything that I think I'm needing, but if I don't need it, I'm only out a couple bucks. It's better than being short something and then having to pay to get that shipped and then wait another week and all that stuff. So let's go after taking this tailgate apart, or the latch system and this tailgate apart. The first thing we're gonna go after are these 2 bolts here on the back of the tailgate. Take a 7/16 socket, and you wanna hold on to those because we're gonna reuse those. Next, we're gonna go after the nut that's up inside here that's holding this latch system. We're gonna take a 1/2 inch deep socket and take this guy off. And keep in mind, pay attention to the order of the washers that are in here. So we have this plastic guy up top and then the wavy looking washer underneath that. And then here's that nut that we just took off. Now we're gonna go after the 4 screws. This is something that if yours are really rusted, it might be a good idea to spray some PB Blaster or some WD-40 or something on these and let it soak for a little bit before you take them off. But I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be able to get these out. All right, we're gonna let this just fall down like so. And again, pay attention that there is another plastic washer in between this bracket and up inside there. Now you don't have to take the tailgate off. You can leave it just in place like we're doing here. The downside is if you wanna if you wanna get to those latches that are on the end of the tailgates, you're gonna wanna have the tailgate open because it's gonna be real hard to move this mechanism without that handle in place. Now we're gonna go after these 2 cotter pins that are on here. Hold on to these guys for now. There we go. And then we can take this guy off. Now this comes apart. And what you can do, if you don't think you need to replace this, I mean, I almost could probably just sand off some of this rust and put it back together, but I already have new parts, so I'm gonna go ahead and use those, but this doesn't look too bad. And then you can also clean this surface off, because I've got a gasket now that's gonna go on here between that cup, that recessed handle piece, and then the body of the tailgate. So here's the old one and the new one. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the new one. I think we're gonna be okay. And we gotta put those cotter pins back in. There we go. Something I noticed between the old one and the new one is, see, there's a hole here on the new one for a little rubber bumper for the handle as it closes. I didn't have anything like that on this one. There's nothing there, there's no hole there. So this new one here, we'll just put this little guy in here. There you go. There, that's good. And don't forget, we've got this little metal washer that goes underneath this flat part on this for the pivot bolt, but on top of here. And then what I'm gonna do, just to hold everything in place for right now, I'm just gonna put the nut on here just to hold this bucket from coming off, because we gotta put the gasket on. So peel this plastic off, and then we'll just stretch it around here. Again, just to hold everything, I'm just gonna put some of the new screws in. Now we can take this guy off to put the handle on. Before we do the next part, notice that there's flat spots on this shaft that the D shape here in the handle's got to fit onto that like so. And then also remember I made a comment about the wavy metal washer was on the bottom and the plastic one was on the top. So make sure you recreate that. And then we're going to take the nut and thread that on there. All right, I got all the way done, and I forgot to point out one crucial step about the position of this top piece. And what I'll do is I'll show it with the old one. So if you look at the top of the handle, see how that double D thing is at an angle? The position of this bolt, whether it's here or you spin it 90 degrees and put it there, that makes a big difference in where this goes, because actually this thing has to start in like this position here, and then when you twist it, it goes that way, right? When you open the handle. But if you have this, let's just twist it 90 degrees like that, and then you try to put it in place, you gotta make sure that this is in the right, that these flat spots are relative to this thing in the right position, so that this piece looks like it's sitting right here in this direction with the handle closed. So now I can put everything back together. I should have pointed that out earlier, but now we got it. All right, now that we get everything secured, let's try this out. Awesome. Okay, that works out pretty good. So everything sits where we want, that unlatches, and we're set. I like it, it looks a lot better. And you can also see that little rubber bumper in there is resting, the handle's resting on it now, which is, I didn't have that before, so that's good. So now I can go after these old tired bumpers. There's just a Phillips screw in there, so we'll take a screwdriver and take both of these out and get them off here and replace them with new ones. So here's the new bumper and fastener. Put that guy in there and then screw it in place. And the new one. There. And the last item on my list is this guy right here. Getting this old crusty guy out. I'm gonna have to put the camera down for that. Oh, oh well, okay. And then the new one, which is a flathead screwdriver. And we'll just poke in part of it there. There, that's better. Do the other side. And that one's in. All right, much better. All right, guys, and then the last two things, we want to forget those screws that we took out at the very beginning. Put those guys back in. Again, 7/16 socket. There was a 1/2-inch socket on that, the handle nut, so those are only two size sockets that you need. All right, that's in. So now we got new bumpers there, new bumpers up top. There. I like it, looks good. This is freshened up. It's much better. This is something that, again, it's a relatively easy install, except for making sure you have that screw and that plate thing positioned in the right spot, because otherwise you won't be able to, when you open this up, you're you're not twisting that system more and pulling the rods in far enough. So you just have to be heads up on that. But if you get it wrong, just know you're probably off by 90 degrees. So just turn that one bolt. But cool. Other than that, easy install and everything looks fresh and new and I like it. Cool. Oh, and don't forget guys, KruseBuilt hat, the new KruseBuilt logo that's on the hat now. It's on my website, KruseBuilt.com. But other than that, we're set on the next project.